Hi everyone! So in today's video, I'm going to be creating a character profile in Campfire. So this video is kindly sponsored by Campfire Technology. So Campfire is a writing software created by writers for writers, and writers can do several things in Campfire, including writing and outlining their stories, but the feature I'll be exploring in today's video is Campfire's character module. Campfire offers free versions of each module, which you can try out with the link in my description, but if you like what you see and would like unlimited access to modules, Campfire offers subscriptions for each module. You can also learn more about the software and how to use it through Campfire Learn and connect with other writers on Campfire Explore, all for free. Thank you to Campfire Technology for sponsoring this video and providing me access to their software. Like I said, there will be a link in the description if you'd like to test out Campfire for yourself, but let's jump right into the video. I'm really excited to play around in Campfire today and create a character profile for my character Lonan, who appears in my novel, Seventh Virtue. So if you're new to this channel, I started an adult fantasy novel called Seventh Virtue about a year ago. The thing about me though is that I'm not a fantasy writer. I've been writing for nearly 10 years and a lot of that time was spent writing YA dystopian, and then I made a huge shift into adult literary fiction, which was my primary genre for the last couple of years. So adult fantasy is a different beast to me. A huge goal of mine is to make character profiles for all of my characters, and that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So let's jump into Campfire and make a profile for Lonan. So you guys are looking at my screen right now. As you can see, I've already set up a project for Seventh Virtue when I was testing out the software. So let's click right into it. And look how cute it is. I absolutely love that I was able to put an image at the top. It looks so cute. I made this banner myself in Photoshop. So as you can see, it says Seventh Virtue on the left-hand side, created by Rachel Wright. All right, so I've mostly been working on characters, and let me show you the first character. So I've done this for Reeve, who is one of the protagonists of Seventh Virtue. I have her name in the top left as well as protagonist underneath her name. I've inserted an image of her on the left-hand side as well as a caption with her name. Next to that is an attributes page, which contains her full name, her role in the story, her pronouns, her age, her birthday, her place of residence, her sexual orientation, and her zodiac sign. On the right of that is magical ability, which I haven't filled out yet because I don't really know. Beneath her image is physical description, and what's really cool is that Campfire lets you like pick actual shades, like you can customize the color. I've also added a height attribute, and I was really excited when it let me add it because as an artist, it's really important that I know the heights of my characters. So if I ever need to draw them or if I'm getting somebody to draw them, they're relatively accurate. The last thing I have on this little page here is her personality, and here I was able to add like kind of these sliders. So they're sliders for sympathy, aggression, confidence, passion, drive, enthusiasm, tolerance, and honesty. Campfire actually has quite a few options for sliders. They have so many things you can choose from. I click on the plus sign, which opens up the manage attributes page, and if I click on personality and personality traits, it allows me to click on personality sliders, and as you can see, I can add a slider. I can add like competence, for example, or you can just like click it off if you don't want it on and press confirm, and it will show up like right at the bottom. Later, I'll show you I created a template off of what I've created here, which makes it really simple to use. Campfire has a ton of resources, which I'll link if you'd like to learn more about how to use the software. As you can see, there's some tags at the bottom for positive interpersonal values, negative interpersonal values, leadership styles, friend type, types of attraction, 5 love languages, and relationship history. And you can delete these by clicking the X, or again, like add them by clicking this button and then finding them, which I thought was kind of fun. I honestly struggle with characterization, and so being able to kind of have it all in one box allows me to reference this when I'm writing. And you know, Reeve is a character I've been writing with for many years. I think it's been like 8 years, 7 or 8 years now. So you think I would know her really well, but a lot of the attributes, for example, friend type, which you can see right here, were really helpful in getting me to think even more about her. And I feel like those are things that can tell you a lot about a person. So it got me thinking quite a bit. So that's a bit about the template that I created. So let me show you Campfire's character template that I customized to create this one. So first I'm just going to press the plus button next to characters, and that's going to like really fast make me a new character. And this is kind of like the original template template that they give you. I didn't really need statistics or physical traits because it's not really super relevant to my book. So I swapped them out with like the magic, for example. So they have a template button right here that I'm going to click on. And as you can see, they have their character basics template, the one with the filled in heart. I created my own template called Character at a Glance. And I really like Campfire in particular for characterization because I can literally look at this and feel like I understand the character just from looking at the Campfire page that I've built for them. I've done this before in other softwares, but what I like about Campfire in particular is that everything is just in one spot. So I can see everything all at once. I don't have to click into a whole bunch of things. And for me as a neurodivergent writer, that's really important to me to see everything out in the open. So I'm going to click load template and then just load the selected template. So this is the template that I personally made. It was really easy to make. All I did was I duplicated Reeves' character profile and I just deleted all of the information and I created a template off of that. So I'm making a character profile for Lonan, and if you don't know Lonan by now, you're gonna know him by the end of this video. So I'm going to enter his name. Onan? No, Lonan. Clark, that's his name. And I want to enter an image. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, they have like an image library that you can upload to and then pick from. If I wanted to add from my laptop, for example, I would just click here and it will pop up my laptop. But I already uploaded the image of Lonan. This is some character art that I made, so I'm going to confirm that. And it looks so good. So I'm going to start filling out his information. So his full name is Lonan Eric Clark. Good on me for remembering his middle name because I almost forgot. And the role, I guess he's like I don't know, is he a protagonist? I don't know. You'd think I would know. I'm going to say supporting character for now, though he is kind of like a main character. But the good thing is like I can change it or I can add both. So why don't I just add both? Because that's the easiest thing for me to do. So his pronouns are he, him. His age is 25. I almost forgot for a second. His birthday, I don't know if I have to change it for the book, but I have it as December 9th. Usually I don't give my characters like birth years because I don't really know what year my books take place. But I'm going to do 1996 because I think that's what it usually is. But would that be 25? I feel like I should know. Place of residence, I don't know. I'm just going to say New York, because I don't know where in New York. I have no clue. But, you know, this is when I might put an asterisk for me to update this information later. Sexual orientation. He is bi, and his zodiac sign, I have no idea. I think his zodiac sign is Sagittarius. I might be wrong, but I think it is Sagittarius. So then I will do the eye color. He has like blue eyes. I literally have his eyes right there, but they're not super accurate in this picture. I don't know. Let's do like... This might be a bit too purple, like that, that's good. And then you can already see what he looks like. He has like black hair. I don't really see it as like very brown. And then he has like a similar skin tone to his sister. So I'll just kind of like do that. I don't know, make it a bit pinker. And then his height, I don't know what Lonan's height is. See, this is why it's important. I think he's like 6'1". Let's like say 186. As a short person, I know nothing about height. The personality tab is my favorite to fill out just because it makes me think quite a bit, to have to think about how like these attributes actually fit the characters that I do know well. Like Lonan is a character that I've known for a number of years. In terms of sympathy, is he a sympathetic character? He is a sympathetic character. I'll put that like relatively, like maybe here. Aggressive. I don't think he's a very aggressive person. He used to be, like in the early books. If that was like Lonan of book 2, it would be like maxed out. Probably put it like here, like he's not super aggressive. Confidence. I don't think he's very confident, but I don't think he's insecure. So like I can kind of put that like halfway, or maybe he is kind of insecure. Is Lonan insecure? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm trying to think of him in feeding habits because this character has followed me through different books and genres and stuff. I'm gonna put it like here, like it's almost halfway. Like maybe that's wrong, but the good thing is I can change it later. In terms of passion, is he a passionate person? I don't really think so. Kind of, maybe. I'll just do it like here. Drive, he's very driven, extremely driven, I would say. I will put it like almost to the top. Enthusiasm, not really an enthusiastic person. Tolerance, I don't know. In different books, he has a different tolerance. In Seventh Virtue, I think he has a pretty high tolerance because he has to. He doesn't have a choice in the matter, so like I'll put it there. Honesty, he can lie. He can lie. So let's put it here. Positive interpersonal values. I loved filling this out for Reeve because I was like, what is one of Reeve's positive interpersonal values? So from just the list here, does he have integrity? Generally, he prides himself on his integrity. He's kind of generous, but not in a sense where I would call him generous. He's loyal, sincere, sort of, most of the time. He's determined, definitely. Fairness, 100%. And I would also say persistence. He's a pretty persistent person. And then the negative interpersonal values, I just checked off a whole bunch for me. Yeah, he can be dishonest. He can be unkind. He's very pessimistic. And I'll just leave it, the negative interpersonal values, at that. So the next thing I want to fill out is leadership styles. When I saw leadership styles in this page here, I was really excited about it because I hadn't thought about my character's different leadership styles, which is strange because they kind of all have to be leaders. And in some sense, with an ensemble cast, especially as large as Seventh Virtue, they all kind of work with each other. And so knowing this is super important and also something I hadn't like actively considered. And again, these are characters I've been writing with for a long time. So I was really happy that I was able to think about this a little bit more because of these options. So in terms of leadership styles, book 2, Lonan was totally a dominance kind of person, bossy. But now I'm trying to think of how he leads. I feel like he's relatively resourceful when it comes to his leadership style. Decisive is probably the most accurate. I'm gonna put decisive for now, and you can pick more. I can also put resourceful. Can you imagine if Lonan was a coaching type? That would be funny. Friend type, loyal, shy friend. So in terms of types of attraction, I'm just kind of hitting all of the basics, I think. Emotional, aesthetic, intellectual is big one for Lonan. Yeah, I think these are the big ones. And then love language. I never thought of this. Like, how do I not think about these things? What's their love language? I definitely think words of affirmation. He's big on that. Acts of service, not so much, I don't think. Receiving gifts, I don't think as much. Quality time. Physical touch. Yeah. Then relationship history, I added this because my characters usually have poor relationships, and also I wanted to put relationship history because there are so many characters that I want to know how each character interacts in a relationship generally, or how the relationships have gone in the past. So tumultuous could even be like, in terms of relationship history, I was looking at more of like a partner if they do have partners. So that's kind of what I'm filling it out for. Warming, because of Harrison. Unstable, because of Eliza. And then maybe rocky, also because of Harrison. But those are just a couple of things from the personality section that I thought were particularly important. But, you know, there are a couple of other things that I could add if I wanted to. You can even add Myers-Briggs. I know, like, my MBTI for my characters, but I don't know anything about MBTI. So I'd only be able to add it for, like, the, 4 main characters. And then they have Enneagram. Also don't know anything about that either. But there's a lot, even the big 5 personality traits. That's essentially Lonan. I'm gonna change the subtitle to protagonist. You can put, I think, whatever you want. Protagonist / supporting character. I don't know, like, that's what I filled in. And then I can put the image of him here on the left as well, which I think is kind of cute. I think that looks great. And that's so cool. It gives you, like, you can even, like, copy the number of the color for later. And then the magical ability, I don't know. This is a good one. I feel like I should know, but I have no clue. Lonan's magic has always confused me because the thing about Seventh Virtue is that he shares half of his magic with Harrison because he gave Harrison half of his magic as kind of like a deal thing with his family. The whole tea about Seventh Virtue is that Lonan has been kidnapped by his magical family and is kind of being used as like a magical assassin to kill all their enemies. To simultaneously protect himself and to protect Harrison, he gives Harrison half of his magic. And I don't know what half he gives. Like, I don't know how his magic works. The general theme of his magic, which I'm going to write down, is mentalism. And that's because he's from the 7th Roost. I can put that at the top as well. Now, I just have this as a note just so I can take random notes, but I might organize it. You can add things like tables, for example. Like, if I wanted to add a table, like, I would just create table, and this is the table. I mean, I just created it with one. This is not very useful if it just has one. But you can like create a table like that. But I don't need that right now, so I'm going to delete it. I just don't know enough about their magic to like fill it out in any like aesthetic way. Because he's in the 7th roost, the general theme is mentalism. So one thing I do know about Lonan is that he's immortal because he is half immortal bird. So one thing that I can write here is immortality, and then there's something to do with like dream manipulation and then fear manipulation. So what I'm gonna do here is kind of just like give a bullet point of like an explanation of the type of magic. So because he's part humilitas, which is the bird for their family, which is like magical, he is immortal. So in terms of dream manipulation, what I think he can do is essentially like cause nightmares. So maybe it should be like, yeah, I think that's what he can do. Cause nightmares. That sounds like a very Lonan thing to do. And then fear manipulation is like relevant to the dream manipulation. Now, fear manipulation is going to be related to the dream manipulation because he can scare people basically. And so I'm going to kind of put that underneath dream manipulation. And now there's a lot more that I can do, but this is just kind of like the beginning. For the sake of the length of this video, I'm going to end here. And this is just character at a glance. So I created the template and literally called it that. So I can go into Campfire and I can just look at my character really quick and I can see who they are. Like I can see his name, his role, his pronouns, his age. I can see the physical description, personality, magical ability. And I find this is going to be really helpful for characters I don't know very well or newer characters to me where I need to have all of their like stats and information all in one place. It's just a really clean profile that I can refer to while I write. I'm now back on the home page, but now if I click on characters, you can see Reeve and Lonan. You can see them in my recent as well. Oh my god, I just realized I can even change the theme. What will it look like if I make it fantasy? Oh, it's very cute. I like, oh, it changes the font. Oh, I think that's so cute. But anyway, I'm just back on the original theme. Now I'm gonna go and add all of the characters from Foster to this, especially the main characters, just so I can get character at a glance. I honestly forget my character ages, and sometimes I've been rummaging through my like word notes trying to find that information. I can't find it because they're pages upon pages of words long. I'm disorganized. So I like that I can just click on Lonan's character profile and it's just there for me and I don't have to hunt for it and everything is just in one spot. Oh, you can also, by the way, like drag these to like whatever size you want. I just personally made it this size. I didn't add his name here. Let me add it. Right? And let me put like immortal bird on the side. Beyond characters, Campfire has so many other things that you can do. You have philosophies, you can do religions, languages, systems, items, cultures, species. You can see I made a thing under magic because I want to play with that a bit. An encyclopedia, relationship. You can do like a family tree kind of thing. Relationships, which is going to be really important for me because I have really big families in this book. Arcs, timeline, research, maps, locations, manuscripts. So everything is just here, just in this one spot, and it makes it really easy to use. So I really enjoyed using Campfire and I'm going to continue to use Campfire. If you'd like to check Campfire out, there's going to be a link in my description. Thanks again to Campfire Technology for sponsoring this video. I have a question for you before we close out. Who's one of your favorite characters that you've written recently? And have you made a character profile for them already? Lonan is one of my favorite characters I've written. I never made him a character profile until now, and I've been writing with him for like 7 years. So it was fun to make him a character profile today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out Campfire in the description, and I will see you in another one. Bye.